Hey, 7th grade English, Miss Zanetti here. In your last lesson on Wednesday, you learned about how readers have many different reasons for reading. Well, today we are going to talk about how readers actually also develop personal reading identities based on the history of books or maybe authors that they have read and that have affected them. One way readers become aware of this is by reflecting on particular books throughout their history that have impacted them deeply. So today we're going to take a trip back through your life as a reader, and you are going to be creating a little bit of a timeline, chronicling your reading history. So we're going to do this by asking ourselves two questions. The first one is, how has your reading history affected you over the course of your life so far? And the next one is, what is your relationship with reading and why do you think that is? So to answer these questions, we are going to do some reflecting on different periods of our reading lives. Some of us had an early start in our reading lives where our parents or guardians, aunts, grandparents, or siblings may have read to us as a child. No matter what your relationship with reading is right now, isn't it interesting to think about how at one point in your life there was nothing you loved more than to sit down with a loved one and read? And then we might move on to our school-aged years, say middle school or even high school for the future. For many of us, this might have been when we started, or maybe we're starting to lose our love of reading. So maybe you were told you had to read a certain book or genre and you just didn't enjoy it. So this feeling of having to read rather than reading for enjoyment may have stuck with you and affected how you feel about reading. So moving back to a more positive take on what reading may have offered to us over the years, we might also think in terms of connection. Has there been a character or characters that you have connected with over the course of a book? Maybe they have similar personality traits or have faced similar challenges. Either way, you probably enjoyed that book because of the connection you formed with a character. So it's important to understand how your past history with reading is impacting your current relationship with reading. So what books have you really loved? Which have turned you away? Which books have captured your imagination? And what was it about those books that made you stick with them? So in your journal today, you will be reflecting on some of these questions. So hopefully it will help you understand how or when you developed whatever feelings you currently have towards reading, and will leave you with a more open mind and a more positive outlook as we continue to kick off the school year with our first reading units. So happy reflecting!